you can send me the recording later.
Oh, sure. I will. I'll send it to you. So this is the 3 self-healing tips. The first, of course, is the left nostril, which we all know, which we are tuned with, because the left nostril connects to the right side of the brain, so which is why you feel calm. The second is the center of the hand and the wrist. There is a point which, incidentally, Babuji has told, which is why I know it, which if you rub clockwise, between this and this, it gives instant energy to your entire system. Wrist and elbow, then on the soft part of the hand. Yeah. And then the third one is taking any one wrist and rubbing it, with the hand, in this particular manner, using thumb and forefinger, gripping your wrist and then rubbing it hard. So these 3 are actually more from the body perspective, especially when your body is fatigued. These are kind of, tips that is extremely good, that is there. And then you go on to 3 stress busters. And one of them actually is learning from Adises, which is, one of the key things is, a lot of times people go through stress is because of the uncertainty surrounding stress. There's an uncertainty surrounding stress. So when you list down all the problems, it becomes certain, and the stress kind of goes away. So these 3 stress busters are more from the mind and from the mental peace perspective. So listing down all problems is, one key thing. The second one, which I normally say, is of course heartfulness, relaxation. And the third one is very interesting. The third one is very interesting, where I speak about meeting anybody who's close to you and asking this particular question: what am I good at? So when you actually meet somebody and who's very close to you, and you would actually sit with a pen and paper in hand in a very serious situation, like this, and then
who knows about you well?
Knows you. It could be a children also. It could be even Prakriti. You can sit with Prakriti maybe, and just say that I'm doing some exercise with some organization or whatever. It has to be very seriously done, not casually done. Just put a pen and paper and just say that I have no clue why this question is being asked, but I need to and take a pen and paper. Just say, I need to list down 5 things. Can you tell me, with your husband, with your mother, and with your daughter? And so, what is the question? The question is, what am I good at? Now, they may ask you a lot of things.
I'm asking about myself to them.
Yourself.
They have to tell about me.
They have to tell.
Okay, got it.
What am I good at? And it's very surprising, the answers that you'll get. There's a huge theory behind it, which is based on the Johari window. And you don't need to know the theory, but it has a very strong scientific theory that people who are very, very close to you, they know something which you don't know about. There are things which you don't know, which they know itself. So they may ask you questions. No, mommy, what exactly are you asking? You say, I have no clue. This question has come to me. I need you to answer it. That's it. Because don't put anything in their head, and they'll come up with something very creative. And I want you to let me know in the next 2 days, if you finished off, how are the answers around you. And let me just see. Yeah, very good. So this is one of my testimonies of a particular person who went through a phobia cure of ailurophobia, which is the fear of cats.
Hello everyone, I'm Soumya from Lucknow. Since my childhood, I had a massive fear of cats. I couldn't even stand a sight or an image of a cat. It was badly affecting my daily routine and marring my entire personality. It was becoming difficult for me day by day to live my life freely and peacefully. One day I've come to know about the Healify sessions. I took a series of these sessions with Deepak sir. These sessions proved to be really very introspective and intuitive. Basically, they are inner child and past life healing. It is through these sessions that I've come to know the reasons of this phobia of mine. Now at present, I'm very relaxed and peaceful, and in the past 6 months, I have no issues with cats walking around me. So I'm really very thankful to Deepak sir, who have helped me a lot to overcome with this fear. Thank you so much.
So this is on phobia cure, which I do it through a series of sessions on past life and inner child healing, of which I'm a trainer. And so this is a Healify for relations. So this is a particular person from Manipur whom I had just taken a few sessions, 3 or 4 sessions. She was going through some relationship issue, and she had wanted some sort of distress. It was kind of going through a lot of mental stress. So I went through some techniques, to help take it ahead. This is a client of mine from France, and so he again, he wanted more for peace perspective. And so this is, what he wrote, that Deepak has a capacity to transport his clients to a relaxed state where deep inner thoughts can be accessed. His kind, gentle manner enables you to feel totally safe and protected. Consequently, you feel the support necessary to explore issues. So this is a true gift. So this is for feeling peace. And this is for health. And so this is Shikha itself. She had gone through a brain stroke in 2015. And I took her through a few sessions to ensure that she overcomes that particular chronic issue, and she's totally fine now. She's been traveling quite a bit, and she's completely back to normal in the last 4 years. This is a very complicated case of a person contemplating suicide in 2012 and 13. Couple of a lot of issues, very very complicated. Went through almost 15 sessions, 15 or 18 sessions, and I did not read the whole thing, but of course, by the time I took the third session, I had forgotten that I wanted to commit suicide, and a lot of deep-rooted things came out in terms of fear, betrayal, insult, humiliation, etc. And also a lot of fear was there, which came off, during this entire sessions. So the entire session was in trying to delve into a subconscious and using language weaving and various other methods, moving them from stage to stage. So this was for the next one, and this one is somebody for the to foresee. So this is a person. I do this rarely actually. So somebody who we can actually also use Healify as a tool of intuition. Comes after a lot of practice from the patient perspective also, where they can look ahead and see ahead, in the future. So it was very intuitive, and finally the person did get married also. So that is the best part about it. So extremely good and intuitive that was there. So these are 3 introspective strategies which I normally run. So I've run for the body and the mind. So I have 3 introspective strategies, more from a joyful perspective. And the first one, which I do all the time, I keep reminding myself to stop thinking about what others are thinking about us. So that's the first of it, which I train people on. Second, very powerful. There's a story behind this that it came from a close friend of mine in Pune, and he is extremely good, very very good when it comes to being extremely calm and relaxed. And I was supposed to go to Pune in 2014 or 13 for a few days for a trek, and I cancelled it. So I called him and told him, I hope you're not disturbed. And he didn't come. So he replied back, it's I tried to make it more and more difficult for me to get disturbed. And it kind of hit me like a bolt, and I created a whole module on this. What disturbs me in life? So I make, in fact, in Kaushalam, I make people list down, one by one, what disturbs you in life, and then I tell them to try to reduce the list. So every 3 months, 6 months. So today, let's say my spouse shouts at me, I'm disturbed. 6 months later, my spouse shouts at me, I'm not disturbed. Today I meet with an accident, I'm disturbed. 3 months later, I meet with a similar accident, I'm not disturbed. So I try to you have to make it more and more difficult for the world to disturb you. And this is what the second point is, you keep listing down what disturbs a person in life. And the third one, of course, is our beautiful saying, that everything surrounding us is filled with, I've just added the word joy, happiness, and of course, divinity. So this is one of the suggestions, that we have. So these are introspective ones. And so basically, what is the program? It's a program to reprogram a mind through a series of sessions. Whoever is interested, I try to reprogram the mind. And the reason I'm telling this to you is because I know you're in touch with various people, individuals across circles. So you can be aware that such a program does exist, and it normally moves from reliving events. This is how the program runs, and there are old resolutions that we have made, probably in a childhood, or probably in teenage, or probably in previous existences, and there is a need to heal those events or to relive it and to create new resolutions. And this actually is a complete sequence of events which every session normally goes through, in terms of from events to old resolution to reliving to new resolution. So this is Healify for clarity, the short video you can watch.
Surya here. I'm an IT professional working at Infosys Bangalore. So I took these sections on the coaching sections at Healify Me. It was for clearer vision, more good outlook towards life. So I was at my life. So everyone goes through this life where we are having the lowest. We don't know what to do. I was also at some such point in both my personal and professional life. So taking these sessions were the best decision that I took in my life. They were small, transformational. Each and every session I went through, I got more and more insight. I got more and more different perspective towards life. I would recommend each and every one of you to take these sessions at any time. All the very best.
Cool. So this was on clarity. Somebody wanted more clarity in life. And this is another one for change.
Hey friends, this is Lois Kofi here just to give you an amazing testimonial for my friend, my business.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Shall I start
Play
it?
it again.
Yeah, sure.
Hey friends, this is Lois Kofi here just to give you an amazing testimonial for my friend, my business partner, and the founder of Healify, Deepak Pharma. The things that he does are so powerful. They're life-changing and life-giving and transformational in such a way that my husband and I, because of the work that I chose to do with Deepak last summer, it helped catapult our decision in creating a dream into reality. We moved to Southern California late last summer, largely in part because of the healing work. If you have inner peace, you can create anything you want in life. And Deepak did that for me. He created some healing, some meditation. His techniques and tools are so unique to him. You've got to check it out. And whatever your dreams are, whatever your trauma might have been in the past, there's no need to hold on to that stuff. Let it go and chase forward confidently in the direction of your dreams. And Deepak is your guide to do that.
So this was another testimonial on change. So these are the program details. I normally suggest 2 sessions a month for 5 months. Or I suggest, actually, this is more for the US perspective. I suggest, this is what actually I suggest. So 8 sessions of 60 minutes each, and also lifetime access to my upcoming Healify program. So this is normally the thing that I suggest: 8 sessions with short checkup calls in between, unlimited emails, and lifetime access. And normally the pricing of this is pretty high. Okay, so it's the whole entire session, can work out to be quite expensive if you look at list price of it. But I normally give the whole thing at a package discount of 58,600, which is 8 sessions, 60 to 75 minutes. It can also be 80 minutes. I don't stop once the session starts. And each session builds up on the previous. It works on this entire module of trying to heal your inner conscience and go into your subconscious and try to resolve all these, old resolutions that you have made. So it's a proper, effort required on all ends. And of course, there are small checkup calls in between to check if things are going well. You can keep sending emails, more for the overseas people. And I'm coming up with a Udemy program on Healify, which I will give access to. So this is one of the things, that I do, Priya. And I'm so happy that you sat through it to understand it. And any questions or thoughts around it?
I have the experience of regression, so I believe it completely. Though my problems were not big, but some inner conflicts. No, I wanted to clear all my inner conflicts. For that, I took regression. Of course, it helped me a lot. I believe in this regression therapy. It helps. A lot of clarity will come.
Correct.
But you have to work. Even after that, you have to work hard to
maintain it.
Maintain it for the rest of your life.
In fact, I've learned this from multiple places. I've done it at Newton. I've done it in Bangalore, as well as an overseas person with a lot of experience. So I combine a lot of strategies, inner child, past life, and my sessions are very, very intuitive. I give a lot of control to the audience, to the participant. Because I find a lot of people, because I've gone through a regression earlier when I was in Chennai with a couple of others. So I find a lot of imposing, their thoughts on us. That's my experience actually. The person was trying to impose trying to push it through, try to get to some conclusion kind of thing. So that's when I realized that this is not the right way to do it. So when I do it actually, and which I've been getting a lot of positive feedback, is I'm very soft. I'm extremely, like, Master says, like a baby.
That is known to me.
So I'm extremely soft, like holding a newborn baby. That's the example Raji gives,
Yeah.
So, which is why, clients love me a lot, because I don't aggressively, push it through. So I normally, listen. So a lot of my sessions are, good amount of it, 1/4 is at least listening, to what the person, and I also run Art of Listening in Kaushalam. So the art of listening is extremely important. So I normally listen, and normally before, in case, any of your people need it, or anybody you come across.
1 second, Bhaiya.
Can I change the room
Where?
into normal?
Which room?
Like, I won't go there anymore.
You can come to hall.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, tell me.
Shall I stop recording now?
Yes.